up, guys? Welcome to the Diverted podcast. I'm your host, Nevin Sanchez, and I'm here with my other two hosts, Luis Perez and Alex Munoz. If you're joining us today, welcome. And everyone listening on Google Podcasts and Spotify, welcome. Also, if you're listening to our YouTube channel as well, welcome as well. We have a pretty exciting podcast for today. We are diverting into a little something different today. Zack Snyder's Justice League. So,
been waiting for that for years.
Buckler Sheets, 4 years in the making for this, and we're gonna give a little of a backstory of just the making of the Justice League. Well, Zack Snyder's cut version, and we're gonna give you our honest opinions of what we think about it. Because all of us here have different perspectives, and we're all just different in just our fandom of when it comes to movies and
facts.
Yeah, so we'll give you you'll be able to get a good perception of what's going on, and actually what's a pretty good significance of this movie, and how much you can connect to it, even though if it's just a movie. But there's a lot of meaning behind to all this, so let's get started. So that being said, so I'm pretty sure the name of the episode today would be Zack Snyder's podcast.
True.
This is basically dedicated from. This is basically Zack Snyder's Justice League.
Yeah, the fact that it's 4 hours long is enough for a whole podcast.
Oh yeah. That definitely gives us enough content.
But maybe if we can squeeze in some more stuff.
Oh yeah, for sure. There's a lot of stuff that's going on. So especially in film. And Disney Plus, HBO Max, that's coming out all this month. So
yeah,
there's a lot of content talked about, and it's a pretty cool thing that we're talking about. Something that we all like to dive into, especially film and comics. So yeah, welcome, guys. So that being said, spoilers ahead. So if you're actually listening to this,
that's true. Spoilers.
Yeah, if you haven't watched it, please go ahead and watch the Snyder Cut, which is the original intention of the Justice League.
I like them both.
All right. Well, okay. Let's get into that, because Munoz, you actually didn't watch Whedon's cut in 2017.
Right. Yeah, I didn't watch it.
Yeah, so that's so maybe we can give a little backstory on just the Justice League in general. So the original Justice League came dropped in 2017. Zack Snyder was directing the film at the time, and he ended up dropping out due to
misfortune.
A misfortunate event. Her daughter Autumn Snyder passing away. And from there he left the project, and Warner Brothers ended up picking up Josh Whedon and putting him as the director, and basically giving us a whole
he just took over.
A whole takeover of the Justice League. And
what was the percentage of the cuts he did, the reshoots?
Oh man, I don't know the percentage, but
I heard something like 60 to 70 something percent of the whole movie.
It felt like it. Like a lot of the lines and scenes definitely felt a lot of Josh Whedon.
I would say 70% because I just watched the first one.
The Whedon cut?
Yeah. And there was a lot of fighting scenes and a lot of just talking and stuff like that was cut.
Yeah. So for a lot of viewers that are probably just listening, and they're not really, if you guys just watch movies and not really sure of Josh Whedon's work, he's the guy who directed the first two Avengers, so the Avengers, and also Avengers Age of Ultron. So, and he also helped co-write Toy Story, which is a weird fact. And
wait, the first two Avengers?
Yeah.
And what?
He helped co-write Toy Story. So and then I guess he also helped direct Buffy the Vampire Slayer. He also wrote a couple comic series for Marvel too.
You can tell how diverse he is with his movies, where you got the exact same movie twice on both Avengers.
Oh yeah, I mean, we definitely got to get into like the Avengers and just the differences and comparisons. We'll probably talk about that too, and just I know there's a lot of differences and just in the aspects of the DCU and the MCU. But yeah, so I mean, Justice League after coming out in 2017 was basically botched by Warner Brothers.
Yeah.
You know, creative differences and just overall, Warner Bros. has been like the studio that's always like not really giving a lot of directors a creative control. Like, if you guys noticed,
Yeah, I didn't even know.
yeah,
You guys brought it up.
yeah, I feel like
Yeah.
that's a good reason to talk about this in a film because you know, like a lot of us just see the movies coming out and you know,
You
there's
don't
a
really
lot.
know about what goes on behind the scenes.
Yeah, there's a lot of build up to production and just everything that goes into it, and I think it's pretty cool. Just like learning, just knowing those things, because then you start like feeling more connected to the story and more connected to like you feel more appreciation for the people
like,
doing it.
Once you start seeing that, like certain directors have like to struggle with the companies they work for and stuff. You see some of them like, I know they all have to like kind of fight to get what their vision clear. You know,
Yeah.
get that movie done their way.
Mhm.
But it just seems that it's just Warner Brothers, the one that mostly directors have to fight, because Zack Snyder wasn't the first one.
Oh yeah,
Who had to fight
Yeah.
these
Oh,
guys.
for real?
yeah.
Yeah.
It was even for even Christopher Nolan. He had definitely
You had
They
to
had-
fight them.
yeah he had
constantly.
literally had to fight them and like make sure that you know he wanted his vision to be like correct.
Yeah.
And even for the Joker that came out not that long ago, um, even like the executives when Joker was coming out, they're like, they already were telling themselves like basically they're telling everybody it's like this shit's gonna suck. Like it's gonna bomb at the box office. And look what happened. Joaquin
Who
Phoenix.
are these guys
Shit's
over
fire.
there?
Yeah.
Like,
Wa-
these
Joaquin
guys are
Phoenix won one
best actor, no?
yeah best actor
Yeah.
Joaquin's crazy.
for
He's a really good actor.
a superhero film, and that's never happened. That's it's haven't happened yet. Like maybe the
That's
closest.
main role, right? Because
Yeah.
the other Joker, the one was Heath Ledger, but that was like a supporting role.
Yeah.
So this one is like a main role.
Oh yeah, for
Like
the
the
main
one,
role.
it says the first time like a superhero movie gets it.
Yeah, which is about time because there's in film there's very critics try to like distinct like superhero films as it's like oh bless you
Thank you.
damn cut that out
Sancho.
but they try to put it the like superhero films in not a category that it's not film. I remember Martin Scorsese
Yeah.
said oh superhero like Marvel films or like superhero films like they're not good. They're not
films.
They're not film.
They're just movies, and I believe that.
And to a certain extent, but
Because I don't think I've ever seen any Marvel movie worth being like, wow, now this is a fucking masterpiece. This is a film. These are all just popcorn flicks. where
Captain
just
America
you
Winter
enjoy.
Soldier.
Infinity War.
It was.
Infinity War was crazy.
Hell no.
No,
That's just a blockbuster, dude.
Captain America Winter Soldier. That was
It's
like,
a movie you enjoy, but it's not a film, like a masterpiece that people are gonna be talking about throughout the ages and shit.
yeah, but
It ain't no Godfather. What is it, Godfather Part 2 or something like that?
look how they massacred my boy.
Like that movie still talked about it, which is what, like fucking a long time ago.
I actually haven't seen the Godfather
Me neither.
series.
I
Oh
wouldn't be able to
damn!
tell you
I
what
watched
year it
all
came
of
out.
them.
Look how they
But
massacred
it's one
my
of like
boy.
it's been constantly talked about how it's like one of the best sequels of all time.
Well, maybe we could probably watch that and maybe do a podcast about that. But they definitely massacred my boy.
And we didn't know
Zack
that at the
Snyder's
time when
film.
we first saw it, right?
Oh yeah.
we didn't know.
Well, I was paying attention and and found out about Zack Snyder's.
See, I knew
Departing.
about that. Like, yeah, he left, and when I heard that, I was like, oh man, that movie might get shelved then. But then it's like Josh Whedon came in. It's like, okay, he did the Avengers. He could do a good job here. And I didn't think much of it. So once it came out in theaters, I saw it and I enjoyed it. But it wasn't until like later on you start seeing like
Oh yeah, the differences.
because it was cut so weirdly. It was just like, okay, there's this scene, and then it goes to the next scene. You're like, how did that one? How did they get from point A to point B? That doesn't make any sense.
That is true. I mean,
Facts.
I remember watching it in theaters because
And they cut fucking.
like good.
I mean, I'm not. I don't want to bring in races and stuff, but like they cut.
Cyborgs.
They cut them
I mean,
colored folks out of this movie.
Well, there's actually
Cyborg got completely cut out.
a lot. There was a lot of talks and
All he got was booyah.
yeah, he
And then this Asian, the scene with the Asian American woman got cut,
oh yeah,
which is why the hell would you cut that scene out?
yeah. There's a lot of backstory that's gotten taken out. I mean, Josh Whedon himself was basically there's been allegations on him from Ray Fisher, who's the guy who played Cyborg.
Yeah,
Right.
of racism and
Yeah,
stuff. Right?
racism, just how he treated him on set, and also just the way of how they like did a disservice to his character in the movie.
That was his first major role. And
Yeah.
it just fucking ruined it for him.
Yeah, then it's like a lot of people.
I saw his reaction.
Oh yeah,
It filmed it. That was on YouTube. He was super happy. He was like crying and shit.
oh, I definitely gotta see it. He's a wonderful actor. I definitely want to see him more. But
Yeah.
yeah, I remember watching the Whedon cut of the Justice League come out in 2017, and I was always into just keeping up with film. There's a couple of YouTube channels I watch that they go in depth about just the whole film aspect of like DCU and MCU. Comic book cast is a good one. Cosmic Wonder. What else? New Rock Stars, and there's other like people, other channels. I know John Campia. He's a like film reviewer. And there's this other lady too, but there's people who look into that. But I was always been interested in just like the aspects of what goes into just making the films, and so I already kind of knew about the whole Zack Snyder thing of him leaving and about his daughter, and there was already tensions in the set
Yeah.
while things were going on. He was already having like with Warner Brothers of just basically the runtime. They wanted the movie to be 2 hours, so he was basically cutting everything out, trying to make sure trying to basically please the executives and stuff.
Yeah.
When he wasn't be able to do what he wanted to do, so it was also another reason
Yeah.
for him.
I heard that he had like to fight for every scene, like every constant frame. He had to
Oh, yeah.
fight them. And it wasn't until he had the unfortunate event happen to him and his family, and he was just like, I don't care anymore. I'm done fighting. I'm out of energy. I need to go to my family. They need me right now.
Yeah,
So
I
he
mean,
had to leave.
Same.
yeah, it's definitely.
You would have done that? Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, I would.
Yeah.
You
I
would
would've
have done the
been
same
gone.
thing, right?
I would Yeah, I mean,
all of us would have done the same thing. Hell
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck that shit.
yeah, Zack Snyder is. I mean, his visions and stuff, and just the way how he sees movies and stuff. How he like felt in 300 and Watchmen. His style and stuff. It's like he has a dedication to it and his own craft in his own right. People don't really like him. Some people don't like his storytelling. Some people do, but I think he's a really good guy and genuine. And I think that gives you more of a reason just to go watch it because he cares a lot about his work and just and the environment he creates around the
I
set.
mean, say what you will about the guy, but like his cinematography is top notch.
Oh yeah,
You see some scenes are like, whoa, this is art. This is an art piece.
yeah. It's very like some motion scenes.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if you guys.
That's some shit Marvel can make.
Well, maybe. I mean, it depends. I mean, depends. I mean, I haven't really seen like them do like something that's like
Just some colorful shit
S-
and
like-
just explosions.
I like the colors.
like
Color-
no sets. Oh yeah, you said
colorful
yeah.
Avengers assemble, do this and that.
Yeah, he does.
Powerless people are just as powerful as people with powers. Yay.
I mean, yeah, Zack Snyder definitely has like just a different way of just seeing things, and I think
Yeah.
that's really cool about him.
So let's ask Munoz. What was his take on the film?
Oh yeah, Munoz. So what's your take on? Let's start off with the Snyder cut. Well, what do you think of of the Snyder cut.
Something you
First.
didn't, what you like and didn't like. And stuff.
And honestly, I liked it. I liked that it was 4 hours long. I don't know why they would want to like cut it any like shorter to like 2 hours.
Did you feel it was worth
Worth
it?
the 4 hours?
Yeah, worth the 4 hours or
Yeah, yeah, hell yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
I know he wanted to cut it into like do that 4 hours, but like do part one and part two.
oh yeah.
But the Warner Brothers were like, nope, just one.
Everything just made sense. Like the
Yeah.
storytelling, people's
Mhm.
stories, Cyborg story, Superman coming in. Yeah, everything just made sense.
That was awesome when he comes in.
Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
we're
when Superman came in, that
Yeah.
shit was epic, bro.
yeah, I remember we were watching it
Just fucking clapping and shit.
here at
Yeah.
here at the studio, the headquarters, at the office, and yeah, I remember you fucking lit up when Superman came out because
Yeah.
it was just kind of like, bro, he just came in
Yeah, he just came in all epic and shit. I'm like,
like it was
damn.
way different from the Whedon cut.
Yeah.
Because just the Whedon cut, there were just so many corny lines, and
He just came in and did some like he did like a corny line, right?
yeah,
Like I saw one scene where like in the Josh Whedon one where because I was watching the kind of I guess the corny lines from the original, and there was one where it was like, "Is this guy bothering you?" I'm like,
oh yeah, this guy bothering you, or this is what I call justice. It's just there's a lot of Marvel-esque
yeah,
scrap
there's a bunch of
quotes.
jokes. Like when what is it like Clark Kent? No, Lois asks Clark Kent is like, how does it feel to come back? And what was it like, itchy or something?
Oh yeah,
I was like-
yeah. Superman was like itchy.
And then she has that like cheesy smile afterwards. It's like, oh, that is so cringe.
You know, she ends in that scene of the Whedon cut where she tells him how's it feel to come back. When she hugs him, she says, "You smell good."
That's some creepy shit, man.
Like imagine you're
Dead.
you're dead.
Although I will say though, on the Zack Snyder one, where like those girls were singing for Aquaman, and the girls are smelling sweater. That's creepy too.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, that
okay.
was creepy. That.
So I'm not just gonna be bagging on the guy. Zack Snyder has some
Yeah, there
shit-
was some
questionable stuff.
there's
too.
some things that you kind
So
of.
I'm pretty sure right now people are gonna be like, all right, this guy's a fucking like marble hater and he just loves DC. I love both.
Yeah.
But you know, you can also criticize the things you love. That's
Yeah,
one thing that I always do.
Yeah,
I criticize
like
everything.
not every movie's gonna be perfect, and
Yeah.
you know. But good point on bringing up the. Well, I think they're Icelandic or.
I think so. Some Nordic.
So basically, in both the cuts, Batman starts off initially going to Iceland, some remote part, to go try to find Aquaman and get him to join the Justice League, and both scenes play out kind of the same way, but the only differences between the two were just the way of Batman's just persona, like acting towards just like all the heroes, like he definitely
he does a bunch of jokes on the Joss Whedon one.
yeah, and Zack Snyder initially he wanted Batman to be a more guilt-ridden person that he feels shitty, like he feels bad for.
Which baffles me. Like, did that dude not know what Batman's about? He doesn't joke.
Yeah,
Literally every incarnation of Batman, even the goofy ones from what's the dude's name? The director from Nightmare on Elm Street. I mean Nightmare on Elm Street, not Nightmare Before Christmas.
Tim Burton.
Tim Burton. Remember Tim Burton's Batman? Yeah. Even then, which was cheesy as fuck. Like, it had his seriousness to him.
Oh yeah.
So I'm telling you, like, all the Batman incarnations, animated or live action, he's always been a serious guy who doesn't fuck around, corny or not corny.
Oh yeah.
And this dude decided to go and make him the jokester or whatever. He just kept making jokes after jokes after jokes.
Oh yeah. Basically, like when I remember when comparing the two scenes of him meeting Aquaman, there's one scene where he like in Snyder's cut he offered $25,000 just to speak to Aquaman, and then in Whedon's cut he offered $30,000 to know what's inside the. Pretty sure everyone's already saw the trailer, but where like you see the mother boxes and he wants to talk to Aquaman, and he's like, "I'll give you $30,000 to know what's in the mother boxes," and then when he says that, he basically makes fun of Aquaman, where he's like, "I heard you could talk to fish." Like, which only makes no sense because it's like if you're
Did he also say like at least put me to Atlantis?
oh yeah,
So he said that.
yeah.
Like,
Could you at least put me into Atlantis?
shut up, dude.
And I was like, it's so.
You make them so unlikable if you like good look back at it.
Oh yeah, I was just like, man, it's like, just
Like, also how he talks to Wonder Woman, where he's like, "Did your dad boyfriend tell you this?" Like, what?
oh yeah, and the Whedon cut that was basically what it was Batman, basically just treated the shit out of Wonder Woman, because
Just because he's so obsessed with bringing Superman back, I don't know, he just doesn't seem likable at all. In the
yeah,
Superman one.
it was so like dumb, just like
Yeah.
it was like almost like it was harsh. I mean, Batman himself, he's very complex
Yeah.
character, but
You know, he's a man of few words, but then here over there, he had an access of fucking words, constantly
Yeah.
talking, and
Yeah, Batman's very mysterious.
yeah, he's very self like in his own head. But yeah, it was definitely the Icelandic girl. That I kind of like. I was just kind of laughing at when she was singing because it was kind of like this very operatic,
yeah,
like just music and like of them just like singing.
yeah.
And then I don't already hear the girl, the background singer, fucking doing Alicia Keys' backup singer, just fucking overdoing the first girl who's like picking up Aquaman's sweater and like sniffing it, like it was just.
What was that about?
Well, I mean, Zack Snyder and like he was saying that like he wanted his version to kind of like represent more of the heroes as like modern gods, like
Yeah.
Zeus, like
Okay,
Ares, like.
I can see that.
But I don't know. It was just the song. It was just so like extra. I was like, man, it's like I don't think you don't
Yeah,
have to
it
need
was.
it. Like you,
Maybe it's because we don't understand what that song's about, or
true.
It could be the ritualistic music that they
Facts.
pop out all the time.
Maybe. I mean, maybe.
But it's
mermaids.
basically the language barrier. That's why we're like kind of like this is cheesy as fuck. And probably people in Iceland or wherever that is, they're gonna be like, oh wow, this is one of our
Yeah.
#1 top sellers or something.
This is our Eurovision song.
Yeah, these are Apple's the iTunes #1 song right here.
Shit.
Anyway, we got sidetracked as fuck. You were saying what you didn't like and what you did like.
Oh, damn.
Because
Oh,
first we went with the Zack Snyder one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Damn. Which one did I talk about already?
So you talked about Zack Snyder, but
What
what?
you didn't say what you didn't like though. You only said what.
Yeah.
You didn't
Is there something that kind of you're like with think would be
The
better?
Whedon one is the one that I was like, oh damn, I could see why people hated this one.
So
Yeah.
what did you think of the Whedon color? What were some things that you kind of like picked off that are kind of like, this is not really the.
Yeah, just like how you were saying, like they would just pop up in one place and then pop up in the next place. You really didn't know
dude,
what was going
that was
on. You know,
weird.
they just like boom, they're flying and now they're walking.
Did the Just Freedom one? Did they have like the scenes where like it would cut to black and it would tell you, okay, now they're in this place?
No, nothing. That was added by Zack Snyder. So
Okay, because I kind of remember that, but they did that in the Avengers, right?
I think.
Remember that?
Oh yeah.
They
but
kept doing the fade to black and then a title.
I think
some
some they do like the
That was odd.
where the big
fuck.
they do the big words in front of like when it goes to the next scene.
Yeah.
Um.
Well, they started doing that in the Avengers, right? Or
No,
was
they
it
did that in
Civil War?
Winter Soldier.
And Winter Soldier.
Yeah, Winter Soldier.
So
And
they
then
did it like onwards after that, or it was just that one.
yeah, it was Winter Soldier.
Sure?
Yeah, it was Winter Soldier because basically
Which
when
one
they're-
was Avengers? But whatever.
Um,
Either that way too. I remember I saw it in theaters and it was like, it just popped out in big letters. You know, the city or state they were in.
oh yeah, like Vienna.
And I remember people were like, what the fuck? What is this about?
Oh yeah,
Like they were like,
I think it was like
it makes no sense.
yeah, I think it was a cool choice. I mean, I remember seeing Winter Soldier.
Yeah, but like other movies usually just give you,
Oh, yeah,
the
like
side of
on
the
the corner.
screen. Where it's like kind of like some digital, like
Yeah.
it just pops up and it's like, okay, now they're in Belgium or they're in, I don't know, England or some shit. But in this movie, it's already just like the whole screen just bam right in your face.
Oh yeah,
Okay, now you're here. Okay.
it was a different design choice. But
No,
going
yeah.
back,
Yeah, Snyder's cut, like I think we saw it earlier. It was like angled in a way.
oh yes, the aspect ratio. So I think I'm not sure if it was 4:3 aspect ratio that he changed it to, which is kind of that if you watch a
I don't know, man. I gotta
Snyder
say D
cut.
and stuff like that. I prefer widescreen.
Widescreen?
My whole screen covered. I don't like the
Yeah.
whole bars either on top or on the sides.
Yeah, I mean it depends on the type of screen you
But
have.
the Snyder's cut was like sidebars.
Oh yeah, so
I don't
intentionally
like that shit.
intentionally he did it because with the way he sees like superheroes is they're bigger than us. So
Right.
in the film aspect, they're I mean when you get shots of them like looking down or of you basically looking at them like above you, they appear more bigger.
Bueno.
So initially, it would like if it was out in I guess in IMAX, I think it would make a lot more sense and look a lot more better. I mean, I think it still looks the same. I mean,
It's the same.
yeah, I didn't really notice the bars.
I
Like,
didn't notice until like they brought it up.
yeah,
True.
Yeah. Like I didn't. I was like,
Yeah.
damn.
but definitely when you're talking about
The movie scenes.
yeah, the-
definitely like threw off.
you said
Like,
it was
yeah.
very close, very short. I guess.
Yeah.
Very fast.
Yeah, it was like fast. It was like boom, 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 dead, alive.
So like I think the runtime. Let me see
2 hours
in
or
my
something.
notes. Yeah, so Justice League was exactly 2 hours on the dot, and Snyder's Justice League is 4 hours and 2 minutes, and then Batman v Superman was actually this is I think the ultimate cut, 3 hours and 3 minutes.
Yeah, it's the ultimate cut.
So definitely,
Because see, the problem with that is because these guys want to. Okay, let's make it a movie. Let's bring in the Justice League and stuff. But it's like the only reason why that works with the Avengers is because they've already set up all these heroes. So
yeah, they had 10
all they
years,
gotta do is just
10 years to build it up.
they get together and they beat some ass and bam, mission accomplished. With the Justice League, Zack Snyder had to establish Batman, who didn't have his movie prior. Superman only had one
Mhm.
and a half due to Batman v Superman,
Oh yeah,
which I guess you can give the other half to Batman, right?
Mm.
Flash had nothing. They introduced him on Justice League.
yeah.
Cyborg also had nothing. So for casual fans, Wonder Woman already had one movie, didn't she? at
Yeah.
that time?
Yeah.
Uh,
Aquaman too.
No,
Zack-
Aquaman came out
after, right?
after Justice League.
Yeah.
Oh, for real?
So it's like,
Oh,
how are
damn.
you gonna set up 6 fucking characters on 2 hours?
Yeah, it's Warner Brothers.
And then he also, he had to set up movies that were coming up. That were gonna like put some.
yeah, in development, there was like
Yeah.
spin-offs or of a lesser known character.
So basically, Warner Brothers basically like tied his arm behind his back and
Yeah.
told him, "All right, do this the way we want this to happen." And he's gonna be like, "That's
Yeah.
Why don't you write it then? Why don't you film it
That is
yourself?
true.
Then? You
Like-
don't need a director.
yeah.
It's like about money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I was actually very hyped on when everything was kind of starting, and Ben Affleck was basically started to play Batman and direct the Batman solo film.
Yeah, that was gonna be so cool, but Warner
Um,
Brothers had to just ruin everything, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean they literally took a toll on everyone, like Zack Snyder, like the cast. I mean Ben Affleck, he even talked about it recently. I mean he during just filming like the Justice League and all that stuff, he was actually going through alcoholism. Like he was suffering, and that was like a big thing like he went through. And he remember just being on set and just like either drinking before and like in his trailer and like like doing a set and people like would smell the breath on him or and then also just knowing how much like Warner Brothers just was trying to take like their creative control, and it's kind of like it's like it means a lot to some of these actors because like they
Yeah.
want.
I heard that. I also heard that like Ben Affleck and Henry Cavill were not coming back.
Oh yeah, they
They
didn't want
only
to.
came back because of Zack Snyder.
Yeah, I remember even when the petitions, like, I think the last person to even say something was Henry Cavill. It was until basically the petition from fans, like for the 4 years, fans literally like raised about I'm not sure like $10 million around
It's a lot of money.
just to support the movie, support the Snyders, from their loss.
Zack Snyder didn't take any money from that Zack Snyder cut,
Oh yeah, I heard nothing.
and it was so that he could keep creative control.
Yeah, and that's fucked up. because it's kind of like damn.
Because
Like,
it put the chips on his side, so he was like, now I can do what I want. So
And-
he was paid zero
yeah, right now,
on this project.
right now they're topping right now just
sucks,
ratings
bro.
and views. Like Zack Snyder's Justice League is basically, I guess, second to Wonder Woman, the first one, and Wonder Woman was fucking awesome. That was probably
It was.
my favorite movie out of.
It was funny. People were comparing the villain from the first Wonder Woman to that one dude from that one Nickelodeon show. That family that goes like they're like kind of fuck what is that show?
Which
called?
one?
I've never seen it, but like they got like this wild child and stuff.
Wild Thornberries.
Yeah, those. They were comparing it to the dad.
Nigel.
I think so.
It's the guy. That's the guy with the
know.
mustache.
Yeah.
Right? He's like,
Remember his British accent? He sounded exactly like.
Oh
the
yeah,
villain
yeah.
from
Okay, now
Wonder
sorry, I
Woman.
remember.
Yeah.
I vaguely remember the villain because it was kind of like the scene was just so. It was like not really a fight. And a lot of fans, when that one came out, a lot of fans were actually disappointed of the fight scene because it was kind of like, the climax of the villain fight scene because it was kind of like, oh, it didn't really do anything. But that's being said, just Wonder Woman being like a badass character as she is in the Wonder Woman movie,
Yeah.
like it definitely carries over to Zack Snyder's Justice League. Like,
Look, can
hell
she
yeah.
stop mentioning her dead boyfriend for
Oh
once?
damn.
yeah,
Dude,
I mean, you never know. You know,
like it's like,
it's her boyfriend.
love is love.
but it's like, she's been with this dude since what, like the 30s or the 40s?
I think it was like, well, it was under World War One, so like,
Yeah.
like
The 40s.
Oh no, the
40s.
late 20s.
because
Yeah.
the
1945.
40s is where
World
World War
War
II is.
I forgot my history, guys.
Yeah.
1940s is when World War
No,
One.
World War II ended in like 47.
Nah, World War
Yeah.
Two ended in 1945.
Damn,
So it
who
was
knew?
the-
Professor. Thanks, Professor. 'Cause I
So
don't
it
even
was-
know,
So
man.
it was during. So World War One had to be there in the 30s, no?
Nah, 40s. Because right after
No, 1945 is where World War II ended.
Write down in the comments below. No. What do you
So
guys
I
think?
think World War One was in the. Look it up. What was it? This
Look
name
it up, young Nev.
for Joe Rogan.
Look up, young Jamie. Well,
Jamie.
I
look it up.
remember the
I'm Jamie's for
yeah, I remember the first our first podcast. We didn't have any video, so technically Munoz was supposed to be our young Jamie,
Oh yeah, you're supposed to be the Jamie.
facts.
but now we promoted you.
I'm promoted. Look at me now, mom.
Still getting paid, but you know it's
Yeah.
it's all for the greater good.
Yeah, for the greater
The
good.
greater good
For Dark Side.
for dark side.
Cheese.
What you say? World War II?
World War One,
World War One.
because that's where Wonder Woman takes place.
And her boyfriend died. But that's the love of her life, though. You can't. Love beats everything.
Yeah, but it's like when died in like the
Yeah, it definitely beat my ass.
then died in the 30s, no, or the 20s. And you keep talking to him about him all the way to like 2017.
Well, because I remember in the Whedon line that Batman kind of like treats her basically like, oh, you basically showed up after Luther found an old ancient, basically like an old school photo of you
Yeah.
with him, and I mean I don't know, it just that's I don't know, I'm not sure how. I mean, she's an Amazon. That was like the first love of her life, and
Yeah.
definitely. I mean, the first love is always the one's gonna hit the hardest.
But it's like, dude, it's once the love of your life, passes away and stuff. You don't. I don't see people constantly talk about the guy or the girl like 40, 50 years later. You keep that within yourself.
That's true, but maybe she's trying to make connection.
She's
I mean,
toxic.
Every opportunity she
She's
gets to bring it up.
oh, we can definitely talk about toxic because in the do you guys seen Wonder Woman 1984? It was just there are some sus things that go on there.
How they treated that one guy.
Where Trevor basically Trevor comes back,
Yeah.
and it was just a weird direction of what the director did. But basically,
Yeah, that made no sense because everybody got to get their wish manifested from nothing,
Yeah.
right? Like literally, a dude in Egypt got to create a fucking wall, so it was manifested from nothing. You know, it was they didn't take anything to make something else. It was just created.
Yeah.
But for some reason, to this girl, she had to take somebody, some guy's body to bring the soul into him.
Oh yeah, that was so weird. I was like, yeah, well, if you can't, if he the wall can be built, then this guy should appear. But it was so weird because it was kind of like you see Trevor look into the mirror, and then you see,
He could see himself being somebody else because he even
Yeah.
referenced like
Yeah.
how I look like stuff something like that. And she was like, "Yo, you're all I see when I
Yeah.
look in you." So
yeah, I think the audience was noticed.
so everybody was
noticed.
seeing like
That guy.
the
Yeah.
other guy, like everybody in the movie except for her, or
Right.
maybe her too,
Oh, yeah,
or
true.
probably not.
Nah, she's just weird like that.
I don't know. That was
She's just
Man,
weird
it's-
like that.
She was probably, man. I mean, when you're Wonder Woman, you know, it's you can get.
She remained silent throughout all this
Yeah,
though,
whoever you
with
want.
the Zack Snyder stuff.
Oh yeah.
Did she say anything?
No,
Nah,
I-
she didn't.
yeah, I never heard anything. I think.
Sus, man.
I mean, I don't know.
She's probably with them.
I think she was. I think she was definitely shooting that other movie like on the.
She probably didn't want to lose
Definitely
her
not.
other movie, and she was like,
Yeah.
She didn't want to fumble the bag.
yeah.
True. The Louboutin.
What don't they call it? The don't share where you eat or where you sleep.
Oh, don't share where you sleep.
Yeah. Basically, don't fuck up where you're making.
Today's
your money.
sponsor is brought to you by V8.
Were you thirsty?
No, no, we get
Are
sued.
I
Yeah.
yeah, I was about
We get
to
a
say
written
that.
letter,
That's fine.
a stop and decease letter. Just stop drinking.
Stop,
Don't do it.
stop drinking it for
Um,
dark side.
But definitely, I know that Patty Jenkins is the lady who directed Wonder Woman
Yeah.
and the second one. But a lot of the vision and creative details came from Zack Snyder because he's the one who kind of built the whole story of the storyline of how he wanted the Justice League to form. And definitely the creative choices in Wonder Woman 1984.
Shows that lady did not know about comic books.
No, but weirdly enough, she rewrote some of the scenes with Jeff Johns. Jeff Johns is
Yeah.
he's the
Head
CEO,
of DC.
yeah, head of DC Comics.
Damn.
So I guess they want to try something new and be bold about it, and I think it was a different creative choice, and definitely like Pedro Pascal's.
Oh
character.
yeah, he's a fantastic actor.
Yeah, so definitely there's no hate with them. But she said she really wanted to bring like an old school retro like vibes of the old school Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I really like the dark tones of Zack Snyder's Wonder Woman. Just you see how badass she is. Like
Yeah.
like I remember we were watching the Snyder cut, and you can tell just she had more of a presence and appearance in the Snyder cut, especially in her fight scene.
Yeah.
In the Whedon cut, it's about maybe 30 seconds, a minute tops the whole scene, and then when in the Snyder cut, it's basically the whole 2-3 minutes. But you definitely see like how much stronger she is as a character, and just how fierce she is, because literally like she like burst into the room, and like literally you see how like just how fast she would like
Yeah.
dodge bullets and
Yeah,
literally throw dudes right at the wall, and you would see like their fucking heads bust. Like when you see,
She
like,
killed those guys. Didn't
yeah,
she?
she killed your,
killed them.
which is crazy because it's like Marvel would never do that. You would never know how powerful like the superheroes are, even though you kind of know in the sense of
Yeah.
like, oh, he's a superhuman. But realistically, for sure if a superhero with like,
But in reality, they killed so many people in the Marvel movies. Like,
oh yeah,
remember they like destroyed that whole city.
Yeah.
In the
How's it called?
second Avengers.
but like seeing like the superheroes like hitting someone like.
Oh, like
Um,
blood.
Yeah, like Captain America, Winter
Yeah.
Soldier. Like, I remember when I was watching that. I keep referencing that because that's probably like one of my favorite MCU.
I think that is also my favorite from
Yeah.
the MCU.
Sorry, thirsty, parched. But I remember just watching it, And I remember him just like throwing the shield at someone, and I'm pretty sure that shield probably weighs maybe what, like
80
They're-
pounds.
like probably 30 plus pounds. Imagine someone with superhuman strength throwing at someone's chest. You're literally breaking in the chest. You're like, that's collapsing both lungs right there.
Yep. Yep.
Or like when he like kicks, when he kicks someone like I remember there's like just in the beginning fight scene of like the action scene. I remember this guy like literally like was about to press a radio button for help, and basically Captain America ends up throwing a knife and hitting him in the arm so he won't get to it, and literally roundhouse kicks him in the face. Right there, broken neck right there. His neck should have rolled off the boat and just.
Yep.
But I mean that's what I really liked about Zack Snyder's thing, because
Yeah.
It's realistic. It's
realistic. Like you.
somebody like Superman punching
Y'all
you,
love
you're
seeing
gonna turn
blood.
to dust.
Oh yeah, sure. Especially like shooting someone with the beams, like you're disintegrating to like dust.
Yeah, 'cause look at Hulk, man. He should have been able to just rip people in pieces.
Facts.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But no, he just destroys things that
Just
have
Hulk
no human in
smash.
them.
He just fling the bench.
And things that don't have humans in them.
Oh yeah,
That's the only thing he gets to destroy.
yeah. But basically, yeah. I mean, Wonder Woman definitely had a bigger presence in the movie, and I really liked that where like they were just showing the strength of the characters.
Now, who's the one that had the least presence in the movie?
Flash.
Flash? I say for me is Aquaman.
Oh yeah, Aquaman.
He had nothing other than just get his ass kicked the whole time.
Yeah, I think probably because his arc was kind of already built with Aquaman, the solo movie that were coming out. And that was after Justice League, so I guess maybe they didn't want to like change anything different or kind of do any re-edits, because Aquaman's a like really good movie, and like there wasn't really much to change about it. And
it makes sense that he wasn't that good because he wasn't trained that well.
oh yeah,
I know he got trained as a kid, right? Because if you see Aquaman,
yeah.
it shows him from getting older. That Willem Dafoe's character training him.
What
And
was his
stuff.
name? Arf or something.
But it's like he didn't achieve his like full potential until like the first movie came out.
Oh yeah, that's true.
His first movie came out.
So even
Is that way there? He was just getting beamed.
yeah,
He
so
was getting his ass beat the whole time.
yeah, so it makes sense of him getting beat by Steppenwolf.
That's funny. He was the one who actually killed him. You think about it, because he got to impale him with his fucking trident.
Oh
True,
yeah,
yeah, he did.
damn.
Which is kind of like, he probably was like, "Oh man, I've been wanting to do this for so long." Because like ever since, like even when they attacked Atlantis, he just got rammed right through the
Oh yeah,
pillar, and then he just kept every single time the dude would show up, he like smacked the shit out of him.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
yeah. Let's definitely talk about Steppenwolf. Was basically the villain of the movie.
Yeah.
But definitely going back into how you can see the villains and superheroes of how much their strength and their abilities are from just seeing Wonder Woman. You definitely see the strength and more menacing side of Steppenwolf in the Snyder cut.
Right.
From beginning to end, like he doesn't seem like a like.
He had motivation.
Yeah, he
and
definitely had motivation. There's
he
more.
had a goal.
He was more evil.
Oh yeah, he sounded more evil. I think there's like a little reverb change, and someone had some little more effect to his voice. Because I'm not sure if you guys noticed, and when I was listening to the Whedon cut, and just the way I looked at the CGI, I don't know, for some reason he reminded me a lot of. He looked like a CGI alien version of Liam Neeson. Like I don't know why. It just like the face. He kind of looked like an old like Liam Neeson without like teeth. Like
I
he was
can
just
see
like,
that. I can see that.
and the way he talked too is basically, it sounded like Liam Neeson, where he's like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't be surprised. He's like, Josh Whedon took the, I have a set of skills, dark side. But definitely for dark side. But he definitely got you got to bump up in his like his appearance and armor.
Yeah.
Definitely the CGI looks a lot better.
Yeah, like how you said the lighting. He looked more intense. He
Oh yeah.
like take him more serious.
Yeah, Snyder cut. He had like this like kind of like adaptive armor where it kind of like it's like spikes, kind of like
Yeah. Like
That
raw.
was dope.
Yeah, he had like the he had like the Midnight Club 3 fluorescent
Facts.
like silver. You know, and you
Yeah.
see it where it's like silver and it was like a little bit of
Yeah.
purple.
Yeah, he looked
Yeah.
raw as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He,
I like how like the things kept moving to like where he got shot with all those arrows.
oh yeah.
Kind of just flexes them and
Oh yeah.
they break.
Yeah, he was definitely more badass. Like you, and it makes sense because in the Snyder cut, when Amazon's face Steppenwolf, they literally sacrificed themselves in the chamber guarding the mother box to literally try to kill him because
Yeah.
that's how powerful he was. And they're like, all right, we need to keep him from like attacking and taking the box. But in the Snyder cut, he literally like they try to drown him, try to collapse him, and
Yeah.
he literally pops out the water and like literally goes like charging, and you literally see like I think Snyder cut was rated R. No, they changed.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I think they
Those are
changed.
blood scenes, right?
Yeah, and that definitely
I
makes
was also watching some reactions to it, and they were like, a lot of people were like, in contrast with the Amazon's fights and the Atlantean fights, they were like, how in the Atlanteans it was just what was that girl's name? The water girl.
Mira.
Mira. It was just Mira and a bunch of like a few of her soldiers, probably like 5 or 6 of them.
Oh yeah,
And then this dude just comes in by himself, wrecks everybody, and they're like, and I remember seeing some reactions where they were like, and they seriously went into war with the Amazons. But I was thinking, like, in the movie, it tells you, like, oh, this is all they could muster because they were the king of that time, where it's like spreading out his armies to quell some civil wars or whatever.
With the surface basically.
Yeah, so it was like. Yeah, they're stretched out thin. This is all they could muster. Apparently, the guy didn't even take it serious. So he was like, "Oh, I'll just bring in some guards, whatever, like some mall cops."
Oh yeah, he's like,
to take care of the
take my shit.
fucking Paul Blart and shit over there.
He did call in. Hey, you think you can come in and work today guarding the mother box?
No, I can't. I gotta go to the dentist. Yeah. I can come into work today. I got a doctor's appointment.
Oh, I can. I'm lost.
So that was like fucking.
I'm lost in the Bermuda Triangle.
But he destroyed those guys nasty. Didn't one of them just rip them in half and shit?
Yeah, he did the same thing with the Amazons too. Like there's later like he like when he hopped back onto land, he like flipped a horse over.
Yeah.
And then there was a lady that was running towards him on a horse, and literally took his axe and like cut through her.
Damn.
And I'm not sure if you guys saw it, but I was like, you saw like you didn't see any guts or anything, but it was like bloody. But you saw like, holy fuck, like this wasn't a Whedon cut. He just literally like passed by and like literally like
jumped.
He jumped, yeah.
He's like, eh.
And he and then Steppenwolf's character for the Whedon cut, it was so like creepy, like just it was kind of like there was his motive was not there. Like there was no like.
Yeah, they cut all of it, so he was just like, "Oh, let me collect the mother boxes for Darkseid because this is what I do."
Yeah, there was this quote where he like looked at the Amazons while like he was chasing him in the field, and he was just like he looked at her, like looked at me, he's like, "You will love me, you will all." I'm like, what? Wait a minute, aren't you Darkseid's bitch?
It's his uncle, dude.
Like
he's Darkseid's uncle.
Yeah, like you're
so like.
He's basically trying to redeem himself. Like you gotta be fucking fierce.
How the fuck is your nephew stronger than you? The fuck you doing?
Maybe that's what got to him. Love.
Yeah. Well, how did he? I didn't pay that much attention though to the scene where he was talking. How did he betray Darkseid? Did he try to take the throne?
No.
Like the first time he came into Earth, like he got injured.
I'm not sure.
Did he tried to take the throne then. That's what I assumed.
Yeah.
Remember the scene where he comes back and all the gods fucking. The God of War dude kind of like cleaves him right here.
Oh yeah,
and then fucking Zeus saps his ass.
I'm not sure.
And he was kind of like he just collapses and starts bleeding. They take him into the ship.
I'm not sure.
I think that was when the dude Steppenwolf tries to take the throne from him because dude was like bleeding. They probably thought, oh, he's gonna die. So let me just take the throne from him. Because remember when he said that, he's like, I saw it. I saw the original planet, the one that fought
the
back.
life equation.
It was Earth.
Yeah.
And because the Sod makes a point, he's like, yeah, where you betrayed him.
I did
So
not.
I think
did not
that's
notice
what
it.
happened because they didn't kind of explain it that well. But it's like what I can piece together was at that point where he fought that when he was on that planet, who fought back and he almost died because he said he was like bleeding out and shit because he got cleaved and shit.
Yeah.
That's when Steppenwolf tries to take the throne. Darkseid comes back too and beats his ass and kicks him out.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
Oh yeah, it was definitely
So Steppenwolf has to take what they say, like 10,000 planets or 50,000
10.
planets?
Yeah, 10,000 world, 50,000 worlds. Like,
Yeah, 50,000 worlds. Fuck that. I'd be like,
Yeah,
goodbye,
that's-
Darkseid.
that's a lot of overtime.
Hell
right
no, I'll
there.
take one planet to become the ruler of it, and that's it for me.
Oh yeah, I'll be like, nah,
But I guess these guys are all like really into the
conquering.
like into their civilization, you can say. Where it's
Yeah.
like I gotta get back into that.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Like that fucking volcanic, nasty ass planet. Ooh, I love that.
Well,
know?
I think that's
Because if you see how like dark Apocalypse, that's where he lives.
yeah,
How it is. That's just like it's a volcano. It's like if you strip Earth out of and you just leave the core. It's basically like a sun.
yeah.
Like it's like a crusted sun with a bunch of volcanoes.
But that's like
That's what that is.
That's what they do. They basically harvest the.
Yeah, but
planet,
it's like
right?
imagine you being like, "That's my home right there." I love that.
That shit hope.
Yeah.
I want it.
That fucking piece of shit over there. I want that.
Very big. You see that over there?
Darkseid treats
That could be yours.
Darkseid treats me like shit. That's for me.
Shit, you won't get the seventh planet of Jupiter. You'll get the 12. Like you'll get the bigger one. This
get
one
that.
used to have water on it.
It's not a planet no more. It's just a ball of fire.
Yeah.
You want that? Yeah, I do.
We sucked it dry
For Darkseid.
for Dark Side.
For Dark Side.
But definitely Steppenwolf's character, it was a big up. But his character was more badass and had more meaning, especially the Aquaman scene where he was fighting Aquaman and Mira. Well, I thought was pretty cool, like where like Mira uses her powers and tries to like
water bends.
literally
Oh,
water
yeah,
bends and
that
tries
was
to
dope.
like
Takes the blood out of him.
the
Yeah.
pressure, like basically the whole.
That wasn't there in the original.
No,
No, it wasn't.
yeah, I think it was like she's got like
She just
Wow.
got laid out.
yeah.
The first shot, right?
Yeah.
But I mean, that's crazy that you see like also the power of like.
Steppenwolf,
Lions.
Johnny Depp.
Oh damn!
Chill.
Chill.
Chill,
Hey, 'cause you see
You had too
You
much
saw
sauce.
that slap?
chill.
You saw that slap?
Cut this.
You saw the beginning slap she got?
Oh my god!
I was like, is
Yeah.
that Johnny Depp?
Oh,
Because I saw her get a little black eye when she was on the floor.
Damn.
Dude, you can see it for like a frame. She had like a bit of a black eye for Darkseid. I'm kidding though. I don't know.
Brother, this guy stinks!
I don't know what the hell happened with those two, and I don't care.
I don't even know who Johnny Depp is.
Fight back, nigga! Fight back, nigga! Fight back!
That's
Steppenwolf saying that to her.
I mean, they're both like in court for both doing the same thing to each other, and I don't know. That's
They're both fucking nuts, man. Johnny Depp is weirdo to me. I don't care what everybody who loves him.
Isn't he like
He used to be like
50s?
decent, like well-adjusted human being, but now I see him now. He just sounds like he's fucking drunk all the time, and it's weird.
I thought the same thing with Shia LaBeouf.
Yeah,
Oh
Shia
yeah,
LaBeouf is weird.
that's even more fucked up. But
I'm
let's not talk about it. That's too. That's all. That's
Ain't none of my business.
yeah, none of my business.
Yeah, after that, none of our business. So
Yeah, stop fighting. Let's hug it out.
yeah,
Love wins everything.
Kith, make up and kith, guys. But yeah, I mean,
I'm gonna eat your kid. I'm gonna eat your kids.
kith. I'm gonna fuck you in your ass, Claudius. That's a Key and Peele reference. But I doubt no one probably understand it. Like, who in the
I doubt it.
man? This guy is sus.
That was Mike Tyson. He literally told that in an interview after a fight. He's like, "I'm gonna eat your kid."
Kith. Kith. Kith.
Imagine Mike Tyson tries to fight Steppenwolf.
Who will win, Thanos or Steppenwolf?
Thanos? I literally heard you say, like, when you said Thanos, I heard you say Thanos. There's a little bit of lisp in it.
Thanos.
I didn't know Man, I thought I had a bad list. I remember. I remember
Nah, Thanos would wreck Steppenwolf.
Nah.
Yeah.
oh yeah, for sure.
No,
Thanos
no, no.
Rex Steppenwolf.
Actually, I think Steppenwolf would put up a fight.
Yeah, he
Like
would.
enough for the rest of the Avengers to like drop his ass
Oh yeah, true.
because he has the power. That's what the Avengers were lacking.
Yeah, Thanos, he was only the shit with the Infinity Gauntlet.
Yeah.
That's it. Without it, he's
Yeah, because I said the rest of them were just beating the shit out of him, dude.
Yeah.
Like Wanda was almost wrecked him.
right.
Fucking Captain Marvel also.
Even Spider-Man was fucking him up.
Yeah, everybody was fucking him
Mm,
up
true.
for like a little bit, and then he was like, "Miss me with that shit," you know. And then he's like,
Nah.
"Yep, erase for Dark Side."
Dark side. I remember we were talking about that. We're like, that line is it's actually a famous line in comics. Damn.
That's the
The for Dark Side, where like that's like a direct quote from
yeah.
some Steppenwolf himself. He said it.
He said it, not us.
Well, I think they were talking to the side. Basically, they're like talking to each other like for Dark Side. Like that was like their thing.
You know, the character design for Desaad is actually better than in the comics.
I have not seen the
'Cause just
comics.
Think of
for
the
Desaad.
Hunchback of Notre Dame,
Mhm.
but with like a burnt face. That was him. Except, you know, taller, like an actual human. A little bit of Hunchback, kind of fucked up in the face.
Oh, that's yeah. I've
And then you see him there, he
Wasn't really
kind of
that
looks like
close.
a
Yeah.
hooded figure, you know.
kind of like the 300.
Totally sounds like he could be Starscream from Transformers, though. That screechy ass
Oh
voice
yeah,
he
Screechy
has.
Ass voice.
Yeah.
I remember Cyborg and Cyborg armor definitely looked like Transformer CGI armor.
He looked better. A lot of people complain about the armor in the original one, right?
Oh yeah,
Weren't they saying there was like too CGI?
yeah, it's just, yeah, it did not complement his color,
Because he
like
was
his tone.
bulkier, right?
Yeah, he looked very like RoboCop, like the reboot that came out with
I like that reboot. I don't care what anybody says.
yeah, people like didn't like the build because they said he was like more lengthy, but like it just Cyborg's character was just, like the CGI was so off. Even like Terminator 2 that came back, you know, it came in the 90s. Their CGI was better than
No way.
than this. Like
For real?
I mean, it just looked
I liked it. I like the color.
and
I like.
oh yeah, for
You think they were trying to go for the Teen Titans Cyborg? Try to get that color scheme? Because the fact that they gave him the whole booyah line.
nah, I
That's
think they
probably
just ripped it off. I think they're just kind of like, oh, we need something cheesy. Like he probably
Yeah,
said something.
that was his line from Teen Titans, the cartoon.
Yeah, like booyah.
But the color, too, because he was kind of bright white.
Oh yeah, it was like kind of bright white, but it didn't I think in general the whole
It works in cartoons, but it doesn't work over there.
yeah. I mean definitely.
he did
Because
just get
nothing
out of high
is super
school, though.
fucking bright.
I mean definitely.
College, no?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean definitely the CGI in
Damn,
general.
his story was like...
Oh yeah.
It was heartbreaking, man.
Yeah, his story is one of the fucked up ones.
Oh yeah.
And they skipped out on all of it. It was like... Even Zack Snyder said that he was the heart of the movie.
Oh yeah.
And the original gave us nothing of that. There was no heart,
Oh yeah. That
basically.
it definitely.
Like he starts like like a grown ass man like crying because his dad is not there. Like tells you that dude was like really missing the fact that his dad was just like
Oh yeah.
never around.
Yeah. Zack Snyder definitely. He said his just the character of Cyborg. He said a lot of people can relate to it because a lot of it deals with mental health aspects, and
Yeah.
he said that's why he really like focused on the character because he's like you know just when you
You'll
feel
learn to
lost
love
and you
me.
go through or like people will even go through that like that's what it's like people like feel like that even like
Yeah.
we talk about like people who, like deal with depression. Like I remember watching that and like him like basically like winning the game and his dad not being there.
Right.
And then him while he's talking to his mom, where he's like, you know, it's like, why isn't dad here?
Was his mom even there in the original?
She was.
Or they just mentioned her?
Yeah, I think they just mentioned her.
Damn, they cut. Oh, dude.
Yeah. So there was no.
It's kind of irritating.
Yeah.
All they took from Cyborg.
Oh yeah.
Just left there like I feel like I fucking overpaid for that movie when I saw it in the theaters. Give me my money back.
Yeah, definitely a waste of. I think I paid like $18 to go watch it, and I was like, I'm gonna go see it just because I was like, oh,
Dude, I saw that movie
Came out.
twice.
Oh, I saw it once.
because I couldn't wait for like that's when I used to watch it with like my cousins and my brothers and stuff, and
Yeah.
we weren't getting together, so I was like, oh, I can't wait, I gotta watch it now. So I watched it like one of them bootleg websites. I watched it and then I rewatched it again in theaters. That's how excited I was. I am more of a DC fan than I am a Marvel fan.
Facts.
I mean,
And-
yeah. I mean, I was definitely a DC.
I was always a DC guy, and I remember people at work was always trash me like, there's not even no good DC movies, especially Lennon.
Damn,
Always.
if you're listening to this, shots fired.
And isn't Lennon the DC fan?
Oh yeah, he's a big DC fan. So
Yeah, he was a
yeah,
big.
if you want to talk to, definitely DC, talk to Lennon because he knows his
yeah, he
stuff.
knows his stuff. Yeah.
But yeah, definitely. I remember watching The Dark Knight Returns in the theaters, the third one. That one was definitely a good one. But watching that was my only time watching like first time watching a Nolan film of like the Batman trilogy in theaters, and man, was that crazy experience. Like definitely that what got me interested in just watching more films.
I think I saw all three of the movies in theaters.
Oh, you did? Damn.
Oh no, not the first one. Just
Second, the one, the Dark Knight.
I didn't
Yeah.
watch any of them in the movie theater.
I don't think I saw the first one in theaters, but I did see the second and third.
Oh, I definitely wanted to see both. If I had a chance, I would want to go see.
I do for a fact know I saw the third one in theaters.
The
I'm just not sure about the second one if I saw it in theaters or not. I think I did.
yeah. I don't think I did. I wasn't really a big. I didn't go to the movies a lot. I was basically staying inside
Facts.
all the time, but because I was younger. But I think later I just kind of more developed into like going and watching. Definitely the AMC pass that works.
Yeah, I canceled that.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
I still have it.
I got one free movie pass from work.
We gotta
Shout out to Jason.
You gotta go watch that
That
other
Mortal
movie that's not
Kombat?
associated to superhero movies, but it's still dope as fuck. The Godzilla vs Kong.
Oh yeah, I definitely want to. I've seen.
You crying, man?
No, I was coughing. I'm parched. I am.
For Dark Side.
For Dark Side. No, usually when I talk, my voice gets pretty raspy.
Yeah.
Probably because I don't even talk at all in general. So like I'm just like, it's like I don't even use my vocal cord.
Got like hella
Or-
cotton mouth. and
Damn, and over
shit.
here we
Yeah,
can't shut you
Cottonmouth.
up, huh?
I'm basically like a newborn learning how to talk. That day. For Dark. First met. That's my kids.
People are gonna get so annoyed with the whole For Dark Side.
I mean, hopefully everyone uses it. I mean, I think we were talking about it too. Like Matt, we we're talking about scenarios that we would use that voice. So maybe we can use that if you guys have any funny analogies or situations you would use that for Dark Side.
Man.
Like we're like in that Lonely Island song. We're like, I threw it on the
On the
ground.
ground.
So he tells the kid, I threw the rest of the cake too. For Dark Side.
No, I was just thinking. I was like, man, like, well, I'm not working at the
Yeah,
moment.
imagine when in like the Captain America movies where everyone was like Hell Hydra.
Oh yeah.
But instead of Hell Hydra, they would say for
I know for sure. I'm just like I was like thinking like I'm not, I don't work right now, but I was like thinking like, man, what if you like got up and you're like man, I don't want to go to work today, and just like get up.
Gotta do it.
You're like, damn. Do I want to masturbate? He's like, or your significant other be like, can you let's talk dirty tonight. Can you try to talk dirty for me? And you're like, all right, I'll try to. And you get up really close and you like go to her ear and like you like just ready to say the first words and you're just like, lights out.
Like I'm in.
End credits.
Facts.
30 seconds.
Sheesh.
I know you guys didn't see this one part, like in in Game of Thrones, where the dude says like he goes out to the dude and he's like gonna stab him in the heart. Instead of saying I can see he goes like the Lannisters send their regards. He's gonna be like, for dark side. Right, he stabs him right in the heart.
Shit, I hope fans end up doing that, just doing like a bunch of that. Where it's like
Oh,
for dark side.
this is one that you could picture. It's also from Game of Thrones, where the Viper was trying to figure out if that dude, the Mountain, killed his sister.
Mhm.
So he was like, "Did you kill her? Did you rape her?" And then kind of like he grabs him, punches him in the mouth, breaks all his teeth, and then he like turns around. And he's like, "Yeah, I raped her and I killed her children." And like right before he blows up his fucking face, instead of doing that, he just goes for dark side.
And I remember you showing me that. I'm like, and that was like, you're like, don't get too attached on characters. I'm like, and you show me, and I was like, Pedro Pascal's character. I was like, what?
People get surprised. That dude, like, probably their first interaction with him was like either through the Mandalorian or the Wonder Woman movie. But that dude was in Game of Thrones, man.
Yeah.
He was one of the best characters. He only showed up for like probably like half a season. Their seasons are
Narcos. Narcos was
Narcos as well.
was a big.
But Game of Thrones was before all of that.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I definitely forgot about it. But he definitely, yeah, Narcos was.
He was a fantastic character.
Yeah, I love his character. I love him as an actor and as a person. Just the way how he is and very
He's
like.
cool. He's a real
Yeah.
cool guy.
He's very vocal and.
You can tell he's like real friends with people.
Oh yeah, yeah, he
Like,
definitely.
they love him.
Well, going back to the Snyder cut. Did you guys notice? Spoilers. I mean, we already went through all the spoilers. A lot of spoilers. But did you guys notice? In Snyder cut, Lois' scene where she's kind of like getting ready to kind of like take her one last trip to go see the memorial and kind of like let go of like Clark Kent. I'm like, all right, moving on.
Yeah.
Did you guys see when she opened her drawer? There was a pregnancy test in her drawer.
Oh,
Did you guys notice that?
Yeah.
So I'm not sure. I think Zack Snyder.
She's about to have super babies.
Apparently, my cousin sent me this where it was that he was planning on making that kid that they were gonna have the next Batman
Oh,
in like
yeah.
Justice League 3 or something like that. That he was gonna be born without powers, but he was gonna become the next Batman.
Damn. Yeah, I know
That's
he said
dope.
Snyder's initial like the arc, I guess the Lewis arc would have a lot to deal with like the whole Justice League, and I remember hearing about that, and I was just kind of like, oh shit. And also too when he was when he came back to life and was scanning everybody, I was like thinking for a second, I'm like, when he stopped, did he stop because he saw Lois, or was it because he like maybe saw?
I think so.
Yeah, he saw a baby.
Maybe he saw
Because he
little
looked
Superman.
down, he was like kind of like shocked. She was like, I think he like hugs her.
Yeah.
I think he like,
So.
imagine he grabs her. He's like,
Oh no.
game over.
You know for who?
You get that Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah.
He like grabs her. He like whispers in her ears.
I mean that anti-life equation that really fucks you up.
There it is, dark side. The anti-life equation is in that lady's stomach.
Shit. I mean, they said anti-life is on the world, so it's like that makes sense. I know for a fact when
Watch is gonna be in the United States.
oh no.
Because isn't like, you ever seen that meme where it's like aliens are invading the planet and it's like the planet, but it's just the U.S. map and nothing but ocean in the planet.
Oh
like,
no.
It all takes place in the United States.
I'm not ready for that. I don't think
There's nothing else.
I'm not ready for Superman coming down and just
Nah, but I hear all that shit's canceled.
cracking our necks. Oh yeah, today I guess this week they basically announced that it's not.
Yeah.
The Warner Brothers is not pushing for a Justice League 2. Like they already decided that it's not going to go through, and they're going to go ahead and go forward with the other movies that are going, like the Batman with Rob Pattinson and Suicide Squad, and I guess the other, which I'm excited for Suicide Squad. It looks pretty cool. Looks pretty.
It's funny.
Yeah. Very.
I guess so. No more DCU. It's just a bunch of random movies.
Yeah. So maybe in a couple of years.
So
they
wait,
reboot it.
Batman's Superman's not gonna be played by Ben Affleck?
Nah, it's gonna be Ron Pattinson.
Robert Pattinson, but it's a different continuity.
Yeah,
So
it's not even connected anymore. They're all gonna be their own things.
yeah,
There's movies coming out.
it's like it's like the DC universe, like the animated films. Like everything has.
Yeah, although
True.
some of them do connect.
Oh yeah, I know for sure.
Different
So I know if they're considering a Flashpoint movie or the Flash movie, so that they said maybe that could be a tie-in of that.
They're gonna bring that dude who plays Negan on Walking Dead
Oh, for real?
to be the dad of Batman.
Oh yeah, he was initially
He was the dad of Batman
and
in the
Batman
in the original.
and Batman
When
v
they did
Superman.
the Batman v Superman, they
Mhm.
showed that little thing where his parents dying and shit.
Yeah,
That was the guy.
yeah, he was basically.
It was him and the girl for also from Walking Dead who played the mom.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even know. I know. There was a weird fact that Martha, like Lois's mom, not Lois's mom, but Superman's Superman mom. I'm tweaking over here. There is a movie that Ben Affleck did, basically of
Yeah, I know what you're talking about when they basically
Martha.
do it.
Yeah, they do it, and
He goes in for Dark Side.
but it was pretty crazy. So just hearing that, I was like, oh well, I don't want to watch that movie because it's gonna throw me off now.
I probably want to see it because that mom looked pretty good.
Oh yeah, she's really pretty.
Not gonna lie.
That and Marissa Tomei.
Oh
She's bae.
yeah.
Aunt
It's
Bay.
funny because also with Marissa Tomei and Robert Downey Jr., they also had a movie
Oh, for
where
real?
they banged.
Oh,
Damn.
damn.
So that's why he was like all under, like, it means more to certain people because he actually saw that movie.
Damn. I was just like, damn, if that actually happened, that's a little.
Like that's why he's spurring on fucking Tom
Spidey.
Holland's Spidey's mom.
Shit. Deal. I mean, what's
Yeah.
up? What's up, cuñado?
Apparently, they were saying that they were gonna bring in for the Spider-Man 3 because it's gonna I guess take place in different dimensions and stuff. They were gonna bring in the other two Spider-Mans.
Oh yeah, there is actually
But,
leaks and reports of
already.
Andrew Garfield on set. So if you haven't noticed,
Okay, yeah. See, that's what I was thinking too because they denied it. Like, what's that dude's name? The original Spider-Man.
Tobey Maguire.
Tobey Maguire was like
Tobey.
no. But
So-
then they could also be in like
Maybe
lying to be like
they haven't showed. I'm not sure if they had Toby on set, but definitely they showed. There's a leak photo of Andrew Garfield's like Spider-Man, like his suit.
Okay, a little part of me is like, why do they gotta spoil the shit, man? Those reporters are fucking hungry.
Oh yeah, they used to spoil a lot, but I mean, I think it's also just for the thrill of it too, and like the fans like who really want to like.
I guess it raises like fucking questions. Is like people are gonna be more into. But maybe these leaks are done on purpose.
I think some for me
Because you notice how
marketing.
they do little set pictures and stuff. You think they'd be more like aware of their surroundings, to prevent people from taking pictures and stuff. Because I know like basically every Marvel movie's always had. Like remember when Doctor Strange, was filming, everybody was constantly taking pictures of this dude. It's like
Oh,
I
yeah.
feel like they do that shit on purpose. Where it's like, but then again, you can't control it. People taking pictures
Yeah.
from across the street.
Yeah, I mean they make money off it.
Yeah,
So,
so they're probably like, fuck it, we'll use it to our advantage. Whereas like it'll bring in more, people talking about it, and then it'll get into the into the ears of a lot more people. So then they watch the movie more.
yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. I remember for Infinity War and Endgame, for some reason they were just like they were talking about Hugh Jackman popping up as a cameo or something because they
That
do the
would've been
time travel, and I was just like, I don't know if they're gonna do that, or I don't think they were ready for that. But I mean, in a sense, it was just very for dark side for Thanos.
For
And-
Thanos.
Thanos. For
Thanos.
Thanos. But we can go. Oh yeah, let's definitely go back to the Snyder because I know we kind of veered off a little bit, but I wanted to address Cyborg, his character arc, because I wanted to talk to you guys about like which character do you feel more connected to, or which character do you like more? Because I, for one, liked Cyborg's character in a sense because I don't know, I felt a lot connected like that just because of the um, just on the stigma of mental like health and like
Yeah.
just dealing with stuff. And I remember just even losing a loved one, and then I know we all have, and I for sure when I was like, man, it's like because anyone feels emotion pretty differently, and just like the way how you express it, it's just
Yeah.
like you can tell. But I was like, man, it's like this guy, like Ray Fisher's character, like how he acts, like you could tell, like it's someone who's dealing with something or feels that, like, because I was like when he was like kind of like crying, like kind of like crying to his mom, or like he's kind of tearing about his dad not showing up, and it's like that's like he's what in his like the character and his like he's like what,
Early 20s now.
late early 20s and stuff, and but you still see him like there's that fragile person, like he's a beast quarterback and stuff, and like how macho anybody can be, you could still there's people who feel like that way, and like they need to express themselves, and and there's a lot of people who feel like when that stuff happens, like connecting with your parents, like that's like a big like thing that no one wants, that like they want to feel loved and
He
stuff.
like ends up losing everything
Yeah.
himself because
Yeah.
technically he's not even alive.
Yeah,
Just a
Right.
tombstone for him.
and it's crazy too because in just you see how wholesome he is as a character and how good as a person is, and I think a lot of people who even struggle with
I
mental
like the ending that he
Yeah.
had, where it was where he was like, "You don't have to be alone anymore. You can come with us."
oh yeah
And he was like, "I'm not broken.
I'm not broken.
and I'm not alone." He's like,
Yeah, that was definitely a pivotal
"That's dope."
moment and big quote. I really relate to that. I was like, man, it's like that's something. I was like, just the way he just acts, and the way he was like very like motivated just to help people who deal with stuff like on the other side, like how he's helping that lady
Like
who was
his mom said, he was like, he has
Yeah.
a big heart.
yeah, like he basically hacked into the school's like database and changed this girl's grades because he found out about her parents, and they died, and he was just like, well, he changed his. It's like, what's wrong with him changing her grades? Because her parents died, and she's like been dealing with this, and it's like tells the principal, it's like, what have you done to help her out and her time of need? And I think that says a lot too, because I feel like a lot of people are like who deal with mental like their health and stuff, they really care a lot about others, and
Mm-hmm.
and I guess that's something like people who deal with that, and like you feel very empathetic towards others because you want to help them, you want to
Yeah.
build people, because that's like as even though you struggle with it yourselves, like
Yeah.
that's like your intentions, that's the person you are.
So yeah, for me, I connected with him
Mm-hmm.
and also with the Flash.
Flash.
The Flash.
Yeah, because the Flash had nothing.
Oh yeah, he was.
Remember, he's like, like stop right there. I'm in. He's
Oh,
like,
yeah.
I need friends.
Oh yeah, any friends.
Because he's by himself. Like literally, the dude's like lonely. The only one he actually talks to is his dad, who's in prison.
Yeah, he's
for a
very.
crime he didn't commit.
This person is very quirky. He's very like.
You can tell he's also going through mental health stuff because he's one of those people who like act funny and does jokes and is like think everything's perfect with a person, but like behind the scenes he's like he's
Yeah.
struggling and working hard towards something that nobody else knows.
Yeah, and a lot of people actually do that. They don't talk about it.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of Snyder's intention of the movie was just making it connect to audiences and people, and also just breaking the stigma of mental health. There's actually like an Easter egg of the billboard of suicide prevention in I think when Cyborg's thing, like his cut of the movie was kind of playing, kind of showed that, and the Snyders they put it up there because they're like they want to bring awareness, and someone saw it, it's like it meant something, because the character meant a lot to them, and also just people, they saw like how much people cared about them, the movie, and their daughter, and they look at these heroes and they connect to them in a way where it's kind of like they're bigger in life, like they might be from comics, but there's aspects that we can relate, and we're like
Right.
that we can kind of like heal and kind of learn from, and
Right.
I think that's what that's a good thing from That's what I like about
Snyder's cut.
Snyder's cut and just more like Marvel and DC and just films in general. Just the way
Right.
you can connect to something, even if
Yeah.
it's not not real, but
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah, yes. Cyborg's part was really good.
oh yeah,
She like helped out that lady and shit. She had like
Yeah.
no money.
oh yeah,
Baby.
ooh,
That
that's
was
Yeah,
great.
that was pretty clutch.
That was
How much she
great.
gave her? Like $1 million or something. Like that?
100,000.
100,000.
But I like how he did it in a way where it's lottery, so where like the
Oh yeah, it's like the system
IRS
audit.
can't do anything
Oh,
on
yeah,
it.
they can't take it from you. And yeah, I mean that was crazy because it's kind of like it was just like damn, like that's
Pretty sick.
that's a cool ass power you can hack. You can control. You basically like launch all
Because
the
honestly, he
missiles.
can make it where he can make it where it's like rich people wouldn't even notice it. He could like take like
Yeah.
100, couple hundreds of each rich people's accounts,
Right.
give it to her, and they'd be like, they wouldn't even notice it. They lost $100 because that's what
That's what the
nothing
banks
to
do.
So if you're watching, definitely like, follow, and subscribe us on Google Podcasts and Spotify.
and our YouTube channel.
Yes, we're the Diverted Podcast, and liking and following, subscribing on those
as well. All those platforms.
on those platforms helps us a lot. It helps us way more than our Instagram page and stuff. But definitely doing that helps the algorithm. It helps us reach out to more audiences and definitely lets us. We definitely want to hear about you and what you guys got to say, and on the comments too. I think on Anchor you can also comment on the podcast and just sharing and reviewing it and letting people know what you think definitely helps us out. You might just cut it at that, but thanks for watching.